to the channel. This is Dr. O here with Angelic. Good to see you guys again, and for those of you that are new here, don't forget to subscribe. So today's topic, I'm going to talk about starting today. Okay, what do I mean? Let's start today. We talk about we want to get healthier, we want to lose weight, we want to help our autoimmune disease, we want to have more energy, we want to sleep better, we want to have better relationship, we want to have a better business, whatever it is, like whatever that goal is, we just need to start. I'm here along with you. I have made so many New Year's resolutions saying, whatever the resolution is, whether it's going to be to make more money this year, whether it's to lose weight this year, whatever it is, right? But especially when it comes to getting healthy, this is a struggle for all of us, right? We read the books, we get the concept, we want to apply it, but then starting it is a problem, right? Why? Because we have to stop some things that we enjoy doing. We have to get out of our comfort zone. We have to maybe sleep earlier, maybe wake up earlier, whatever it is that's going to allow us to actually accomplish this goal. But the real thing we have to do is just to start. There's never going to be a perfect time. There's never going to be a perfect condition. A lot of times I've tried to, get healthier in a lot of ways, and, hoping to rely on a girlfriend, a group, or something to kind of get me motivated to kind of get going. And one way or the other, things just don't work out. And then I don't start. Okay? So I really want to emphasize that the sure way to stay sick is not getting started on that healthy journey, healthy path, whatever it is, that plan that you put together. You bought that book, you read that plan, you listened to that podcast. Whatever it is that you were planning to do to get yourself healthier this year, you just need to start, okay? So let's take weight loss for example, and because it is that one thing that a lot of us do every year, that we're planning to lose weight, lose 5 pounds, lose 10 pounds. For someone else it's 100 pounds, whatever it is, right? But the first thing we have to do is just get started. Get started losing that first pound. But what stops us, what makes us not do it, is really just overthinking everything. Overthinking what it's going to take. Overthinking, what you need to stop. But honestly, if we just start, it's going to get done. Okay? So many of you know the story of how I lost 80 pounds. Maybe you haven't seen it. You need to find that video in this channel. And it all started just one day. I just decided to start, right? I decided to follow the plan and start doing it. And it wasn't easy. Yeah, the first week maybe I didn't follow the plan to the T, but guess what? I never followed the plan to the T, even till I lost the whole 80 pounds. It didn't happen perfectly. But what did happen is that as soon as I started seeing results, that momentum, that motivation just started coming. And then I was looking forward to the weight I was going to lose the next week and the next week and the next week. But it all started with just getting started, right? I honestly just picked a date and said that's when it's going to be, and then just woke up that day and just started doing it, right? So are there things that you can do that can make your starting a little bit easier? Yes. I mean, things like cleaning up the pantry, for example, right? Like if that thing is still there that is your, your thing that you go to, every time you need a crutch or something. If that thing is still in the house, if it's still in the pantry, if it's still in the freezer, if it's still in the fridge, if it's still somewhere in the house, right? Even though you put it away, right? You are still going to go back to it. So getting rid of that thing out of the house is going to be one way to get started today. It's just give it away, throw it away, donate it, whatever you have to do, right? So to get you moving towards getting healthier. So one of the simplest things most people have to do to lose weight, for example, is just deciding to drink more water. A lot of us don't realize that actually sometimes we think we're hungry and we're just thirsty. And just consciously telling yourself, you know what, my goal is going to be just to start hydrating better. And that could be your start. That is your starting today. Is saying, okay, how much water do I really need to drink, Dr. O? Well, the easiest thing I tell my patients is whatever you weigh, cut it in half, and that amount in ounces. If you can meet that goal every day, there's no way you can be dehydrated, right? So start there. Say, oh, I weigh 120 pounds. Okay, well, half of that is 60, right? And then I'm gonna go for 60 ounces of fluids, water, hydrating fluids, things like water, you know, with some electrolyte in it, with a little bit of Celtic salt or something to really give you the minerals and to make sure that the fluid and the water goes into your cells, right? Just starting with that and just saying, you know what, I'm starting today as I'm watching this video. This is going to be my start. I'm just going to start with hydration, and you will be there just doing that alone, because once you start hydrating, guess what? You're not going to be hungry, because what? Your stomach is going to be full a lot of times because you're staying hydrated, right? And because you're staying hydrated, guess what? You're flushing toxins out of your body, which is also going to flush out fat cells as your body is burning those fat tissue. Okay, so just hydrating alone could be your start. For someone else, it could just be walking. Okay, so something that I did, well, I got a puppy. Yes, fun, exciting, busy, right? But that forced me to get out every morning and every evening after work. I had no excuse. I had to take the puppy out. The puppy got to go. I didn't want the puppy going in the house. So that was something else that I did that just got me started. I started walking the dog every morning before I go to work, and when I get back from work, I'll walk the dog. Well, before we knew it, we were walking 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Before we knew it, we were walking an hour. And an hour fell short after a while, right? So, but I just started taking the puppy out, and that was it. So for me, hydrating, walking every day, that became the easy start, right? And then from there, you go on to the next thing. What is the next thing? It is looking at what you're eating, right? What are you putting in your body every day? Is this a healthy choice? You know, when patients come to me and ask me, what should I eat? I just look at them and I say, you know, you know what you're supposed to eat. Do I really need to tell you that it needs to be greens? Do I really need to tell you that it needs to be in the natural state, not processed, not dehydrated, not fried, not frozen? Like, I think a lot of us know this. Like, as close to farm to table as possible. And we know that naturally, right? So when people ask me what should I eat, I go back and say, you know what to eat, right? What you shouldn't eat, well, we could talk about that, but what you should eat, most people know. Well, you know, besides patients that may have some food allergies that we really have to guide them on what to replace their food allergies with, generally, if you are going to the grocery store and you are shopping around the periphery of the supermarket, you're most likely eating the freshest, healthiest stuff, right? Because guess what? Guess where all of the processed, high sugar, high carbs, high preservatives, not so healthy for you foods are in the grocery stores? They're in those aisles. So if you're not going in the aisles, in between the aisles and grabbing stuff in packages, you're probably already doing something healthier. So shopping in the periphery where the fresh meat, fresh fish, fresh eggs, fresh vegetables, fresh fruits. If you're staying in that area and grabbing your food from there, you're already way ahead of most people that are on this journey of getting healthier. I mean, those are just simple things. Hydrating, right? Throwing out the bad stuff that you already know you have at home, right? Eating healthy, mild exercise, nothing intensive, right? You don't have to hurt your joints, you don't have to jump up and down, you don't need to join a gym. I mean, literally just stepping outside of your house, taking a little bit of walk, coming back. And what will be the last thing I would do if I'm just getting started is getting more rest. Okay, so I mean, I cannot emphasize enough sleep, rest, de-stressing, right? You know, my body can definitely know when I've not had enough sleep. I'm more likely to catch a cold. I'm more likely to, I mean, there's so many things that goes wrong just from not sleeping. And something a lot of you might not know is during sleep, sleep is when your body actually burns the most fat. So you really want to lose weight? Prioritize sleeping, getting enough hours every night, right? And turn that TV off. That news is still going to be there tomorrow, right? And most likely it's not going to change your health in any way anyway, right? The news that you're listening to, it's more toxic to your body most times than helpful. So use those simple points and get started today, okay? I'll see you on the next one.